Three's Company remains one of television's most beloved and unforgettable sitcoms, remembered for its playful misunderstandings, charming characters, physical comedy, and the lighthearted chaos that turned one small Santa Monica apartment into comedy history. Today, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, memorable roles, and the lives they built beyond the screen, while also honoring the talented actors who are sadly no longer with us. Let's return to apartment 201, where friendship, mistaken identities, awkward romances, and comic confusion created a sitcom world that still brings laughter and nostalgia to generations of fans. John Ritter brought warmth, nervous energy, and brilliant physical comedy to Jack Tripper, the quick-witted roommate whose charm often turned simple misunderstandings into unforgettable chaos. Born Jonathan Southworth Ritter on the 17th of September 1948 in Burbank, California, he was 28 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1977. With his expressive face, perfect timing, and natural sweetness, Ritter made Jack feel more than just a funny character. He was clumsy, flirtatious, and constantly caught in ridiculous situations, yet there was always kindness beneath the comedy. Across 8 seasons, he became the heart of the apartment, balancing slapstick humor with a gentle humanity that made viewers truly care about him. His performance earned him both a Primetime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe, proving how deeply his talent connected with audiences. Beyond this beloved role, Ritter continued to show his range in projects like Hooperman, It, Sling Blade, and 8 Simple Rules. Sadly, he died on the 11th of September 2003 from an undiagnosed aortic dissection, just 6 days before his 55th birthday. He was 54 years old. His legacy remains tied to laughter, tenderness, and a rare gift for making comedy feel completely human. Suzanne Summers brought brightness, innocence, and unforgettable comic charm to Chrissy Snow, the bubbly blonde whose sweet confusion and playful timing made her one of television's most recognizable sitcom characters. Born Suzanne Marie Mahoney on the 16th of October, 1946, in San Bruno, California, she was 30 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1977. With her wide smile, musical voice, and natural warmth, Summers turned Chrissy into more than a simple comic figure. She gave the character a softness and sincerity that made every silly misunderstanding feel lovable rather than empty. Although her time on the series ended after a public contract dispute, her presence left a lasting mark on popular culture. She later built a successful career as an author, health and fitness personality, businesswoman, and television star, reaching new audiences through Step by Step and her famous Thigh Master brand. Suzanne Summers died at her home in Palm Springs, California, on the 15th of October, 2023, just 1 day before her 77th birthday, after a long battle with breast cancer. She was 76 years old. Her legacy remains tied to resilience, reinvention, and a radiant screen presence that still brings warmth to generations of viewers. Joyce DeWitt brought intelligence, warmth, and grounded humor to Janet Wood, the practical roommate whose sharp wit and steady heart helped hold the apartment together. Born on the 23rd of April 1949 in Wheeling, West Virginia, she was 28 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1977. With her expressive eyes, natural timing, and down-to-earth presence, DeWitt made Janet feel like the sensible friend everyone needed. She could be sarcastic, protective, and wonderfully funny, yet there was always sincerity beneath her reactions. While the chaos around her often grew louder, Janet gave the story balance, making the comedy feel more human and believable. DeWitt stayed with the series through all 8 seasons, becoming one of its most familiar and beloved faces. After the show ended, she stepped away from the Hollywood spotlight for a time and focused more on theater, personal growth, and selective screen appearances. She later returned to stage and television work, remaining admired by fans who remembered her as the emotional anchor of the trio. As of June 2026, Joyce DeWitt is 77 years old. Her legacy remains tied to grace, quiet strength, and a performance that gave classic sitcom comedy both heart and honesty. Priscilla Barnes brought elegance, confidence, and a more grounded maturity to Terri Alden, the intelligent nurse who joined the apartment during the later years of the series. Born on the 7th of December, 1954, at Fort Dix, New Jersey, she was 27 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1981. With her calm voice, bright presence, and natural composure, Barnes gave Terri a different kind of energy. She was warm and funny, yet also practical and self-assured, helping the comedy feel fresh after several major cast changes. Her character added balance to the group, offering both charm and emotional steadiness in a show often built around confusion and wild misunderstandings. After leaving the sitcom world, Barnes continued working steadily in film and television, appearing in projects such as License to Kill, Mallrats, The Devil's Rejects, and later Jane the Virgin. As of June 2026, Priscilla Barnes is 71 years old. Her career remains defined by resilience, versatility, and a screen presence that brought strength and grace to every role she played. Jenna Lee Harrison brought sweetness, innocence, and lively physical comedy to Cindy Snow, the well-meaning cousin whose clumsy charm gave the apartment a fresh burst of energy after a major cast change. Born on the 12th of June 1958 in Northridge, California, she was 22 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1980. With her bright smile, gentle awkwardness, and easy warmth, Harrison made Cindy feel lovable rather than simply silly. The character was accident-prone and sometimes naive, yet her kindness and cheerful spirit helped her fit naturally into the show's world of misunderstandings and fast-moving comedy. Before acting, Harrison had been a cheerleader for the Los Angeles Rams, and that youthful confidence carried into her screen presence. After her time on the sitcom, she continued building her career with appearances in television and film, most notably playing Jamie Ewing Barnes on Dallas from 1984 to 1986. She later stepped away from regular acting, choosing a quieter life beyond Hollywood. As of June 2026, Jenna Lee Harrison is 68 years old. Her legacy remains tied to a warm, nostalgic performance that helped carry the series through one of its most memorable transitions. Richard Klein brought charm, mischief, and fast-talking comic energy to Larry Dallas, the smooth neighbor whose confidence often created as much trouble as it solved. Born on the 29th of April 1944 in New York City, he was 33 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1977. With his playful grin, sharp delivery, and easy chemistry with John Ritter, Klein made Larry more than just a womanizing side character. He became Jack's loyal friend, a source of schemes, and one of the funniest sparks in the apartment's wider circle. Larry could be selfish, boastful, and wildly overconfident, yet Klein gave him enough warmth to keep him lovable. His timing made every entrance feel lively, and his presence helped expand the show beyond the main trio. After the series ended, Klein continued working across television, theater, and film, appearing in projects such as It's a Living, No One Knows Best, Wicked, Waitress, and Don't Think Twice. As of June 2026, Richard Klein is 82 years old. His legacy remains tied to classic sitcom charm, stage versatility, and a supporting character whose swagger and humor made him impossible to forget. Norman Fell brought dry humor, awkward charm, and unforgettable deadpan timing to Stanley Roper, the grumpy landlord whose suspicious looks and sideways glances became a classic part of the show's comedy. Born on the 24th of March, 1924, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he was 53 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1977. With his weary expression, sharp reactions, and wonderfully understated delivery, Fell made Mr. Roper feel both irritating and oddly lovable. He could be cheap, nosy, and constantly doubtful of the young tenants, yet there was always a strange warmth beneath his gruff exterior. His comic partnership with Audra Lindley gave the series some of its funniest domestic moments, turning the Ropers into a memorable sitcom couple. Their popularity even led to the spin-off, The Ropers, proving how strongly audiences connected with their unusual chemistry. Beyond this role, Fell had a long career in film and television, appearing in projects such as The Graduate, Bullet, Ocean's 11, and Dan August. Norman Fell died on the 14th of December 1998 after battling bone marrow cancer. He was 74 years old. His legacy remains tied to quiet, comic precision, old-school character acting, and a landlord whose smallest expressions could steal an entire scene. Audra Lindley brought sharp humor, warmth, and wonderfully expressive frustration to Helen Roper, the outspoken landlady whose bold personality made her one of the show's most memorable supporting characters. Born on the 24th of September, 1918, in Los Angeles, California, she was 59 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1977. With her bright red hair, knowing smile, and perfectly timed reactions, Lindley turned Helen into far more than a simple sitcom wife. She was lonely, witty, dramatic, and often hilariously disappointed by her husband's lack of romance. Yet there was always tenderness beneath her complaints. Her chemistry with Norman Fell gave the series a special kind of comedy, mixing domestic tension with genuine affection. Together, they became so popular that their characters earned a spin-off, proving how strongly viewers connected with their unusual charm. Before and after this role, Lindley built a long career across stage and television, known for bringing honesty and character to every performance. She died on the 16th of October, 1997, after battling leukemia. She was 79 years old. Her legacy remains tied to fearless comic timing, emotional truth, and a landlady whose sharp tongue always came with a deeply human heart. Don Knotts brought nervous energy, wild expressions, and irresistible comic timing to Ralph Furley, the flashy landlord whose loud outfits and exaggerated confidence made him instantly unforgettable. Born Jesse Donald Knotts on the 21st of July 1924 in Morgantown, West Virginia. He was 54 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1979. With his wide eyes, shaky voice, and perfectly controlled awkwardness, Knotts turned Furley into a character who was both ridiculous and strangely endearing. He could be nosy, dramatic, and convinced of his own charm, yet his insecurity made him deeply funny and surprisingly human. Joining the series after the Ropers left was not an easy task, but Knotts brought a fresh rhythm and a new comic spark that helped the show continue with confidence. Long before this role, he had already become a television legend as Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show, winning 5 Emmy Awards for that beloved performance. He also starred in classic comedies such as The Ghost and Mr. Chicken and The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Don Knotts died on the 24th of February, 2006, from complications related to lung cancer. He was 81 years old. His legacy remains tied to fearless silliness, perfect timing, and a rare ability to make nervous comedy feel timeless. Ann Wedgeworth brought confidence, sophistication, and bold comic energy to Lana Shields, the flirtatious neighbor whose sudden interest in Jack added a very different kind of humor to the apartment's world. Born Elizabeth Ann Wedgeworth on the 21st of January 1934 in Abilene, Texas, she was 43 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1979. With her sharp presence, warm voice, and fearless sense of timing, Wedgeworth made Lana feel glamorous, funny, and slightly unpredictable. Though her time on the series was brief, she left a memorable impression as a woman who knew exactly what she wanted and was never afraid to say it. Her character brought a more mature and mischievous energy to the comedy, creating awkward moments that were both playful and unforgettable. Beyond sitcoms, Wedgeworth was a respected stage and screen actress, winning a Tony Award for Chapter 2 and appearing in films such as Scarecrow, Bang the Drum Slowly, and Steel Magnolias. She died on the 16th of November 2017 after a long illness. She was 83 years old. Her legacy remains tied to fearless character work, emotional honesty, and a brief but unforgettable role that still stands out in classic television memory. Jordan Charney brought firmness, dry humor, and a strong sense of authority to Frank Angelino, Jack's demanding restaurant boss whose stern attitude often created funny tension in the workplace scenes. Born on the 1st of April 1937 in Brooklyn, New York, he was 43 years old when audiences first saw him connected to the series in 1980. With his serious expression, steady voice, and natural command of a scene, Charney made Angelino feel like the kind of boss who could intimidate Jack one moment and still become part of the joke the next. His character added structure to Jack's life outside the apartment, expanding the comedy into the restaurant world and giving the story another source of pressure, ambition, and misunderstanding. Before and after this role, Charney built a long career as a dependable character actor, often playing judges, lawyers, doctors, and other authority figures. He also appeared in Network, Ghostbusters, Hill Street Blues, Law and Order, and many stage productions. As of June 2026, Jordan Charney, is 89 years old. His legacy remains tied to quiet professionalism, theatrical discipline, and a recurring role that helped enrich the show's later years. Paul Ainsley brought quiet charm, warmth, and an easygoing presence to Jim the bartender, the familiar face behind the bar at the Regal Beagle. He was 33 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1977. Though Jim was not always at the center of the story, Ainsley helped make the show's favorite hangout feel alive, welcoming, and real. With his relaxed manner, friendly smile, and calm background presence, he gave the bar scenes a natural rhythm, as if viewers were stepping into a neighborhood place where everyone knew each other. His role was small, but it became part of the atmosphere that made the series so comforting and memorable. Beyond television, Ainsley also had meaningful stage experience, including work connected to the Broadway production of Jesus Christ Superstar. His contributions were quiet rather than showy, yet they added texture to a world built on friendship, timing, and everyday comedy. Paul Ainsley died on the 19th of January, 2013, after a long illness. He was 67 years old. His legacy remains tied to subtle presence, theatrical dedication, and a bartender whose simple warmth helped make the Regal Beagle feel unforgettable. Peter Mark Richmond brought dignity, seriousness, and quiet comic contrast to Reverend Snow, Chrissy's conservative father, whose strict beliefs often clashed with the carefree life his daughter was living in Santa Monica. Born Marvin Jack Richmond on the 16th of April 1927 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he was 51 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1979. With his firm voice, composed expression, and commanding presence, Richmond made Reverend Snow feel like a man rooted in tradition, discipline, and deep concern for his child. His scenes worked so well because he brought real authority to a world built on farce and misunderstanding, making the comedy sharper without losing emotional truth. Though his appearances were limited, his character helped reveal another side of Chrissy and added family tension to the story. Beyond this role, Richmond enjoyed a long career across film, stage, and television, appearing in The Twilight Zone, The Fugitive, Dynasty, Beverly Hills, 90210, Friday the 13th Part 8, and many other productions. He died in Woodland Hills, California, on the 14th of January, 2021, from natural causes. He was 93 years old. His legacy remains tied to discipline, versatility, and a screen presence that made even brief roles feel important. Alice Ghostley brought gentle humor, quirky warmth, and a wonderfully offbeat charm to her guest appearance as one of Mrs. Roper's friends, adding a soft but memorable spark to the show's comic world. Born on the 14th of August, 1923, in Eve, Missouri, she was 55 years old when audiences saw her appear in the role in 1979. With her delicate voice, expressive face, and unusual gift for playing lovable eccentrics, Ghostley could make even a brief scene feel personal and unforgettable. She had a way of turning small moments into something warm, funny, and strangely touching, never needing to be loud to leave an impression. Long before and after this appearance, she was already a familiar face in classic television, especially remembered as Esmeralda on Bewitched, and later as Bernice Clifton on Designing Women. Her career also included stage work, film roles, and a Tony Award for The Sign in Sidney Brustein's Window. Alice Ghostley died on the 21st of September 2007, after a long battle with colon cancer and a series of strokes. She was 81 years old. Her legacy remains tied to sweetness, eccentric comedy, and the rare ability to make every character feel quietly human. Paul Kreppel brought theatrical flair, polished comedy, and playful arrogance to Jeffrey Brooks III, the snobbish yet funny character whose upper-class attitude created a sharp contrast with the show's more down-to-earth world. Born on the 20th of June 1947 in Kingston, New York, he was 36 years old when audiences first saw him connected to the role in early 1984. With his confident delivery, animated expressions, and strong stage-trained presence, Kreppel made Jeffrey feel amusingly self-important without turning him into a flat caricature. His appearances came during the later years of the series, adding a different kind of comic rhythm as the show continued to evolve. Beyond this role, Kreppel built a wide-ranging career across television and theater, becoming especially known as Sunny Man on It's a Living, and later working as a director, producer, and stage performer. He also won a Tony Award as a producer for Jay Johnson, The Two and Only, showing that his talents reached far beyond acting. As of June 2026, Paul Kreppel is 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to versatility, stage discipline, and a career shaped by humor, creativity, and a lifelong devotion to performance. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Three's Company cast and the wonderful stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest misunderstanding, or most memorable moment from apartment 201 inches in the comments. See you in the next video.